Let's give you the Jackalopes as they're called out right now. So starting off on the left side from Grand Rapids, Michigan, 5'7", 160 pounds, the 98, Zach Heinz. Number 11 for these Jackalopes for the last 2 seasons, 41 points over 56 games this year. Your starting centerman from Woodridge, New Jersey, 5'8", 180 pounds, Matt Brown. He's a 99, acquired from the Dubuque Fighting Saints of the USHL earlier this year. 39 points in 39 games, committed to UMass Lowell already. And the final guy coming out, Blake Bride, who has been outstanding for Odessa, 53 points in 53 games. 5-game point streak going on right now. He's from Broomfield, Colorado. On defense, you're going to start off one of the alternate captains here, Zach Herman on the left side, Niagara University commit from Lancaster, New York, a big defender at 6 foot, 180 pounds, has been the most productive defenseman for Odessa. Zach Herman will be accompanied by Lucas Anderson from Stockholm, Sweden, one of 2 Swedes on this Jackalopes team. Another big guy, 6 foot, 290 pounds, was very productive at the beginning of the year, has cooled off since, but has turned into maybe a little bit more of a physical being. And then your goaltender, it'll be Alex Camara from North Tonawanda, New York. In 30 games this year, he's 16-8-0-2. He has 3 shutouts. All of them have come against the Topeka Roadrunners. He did come close against Lone Star, as he came within 2 seconds of a shutout. And then he has a 249 goals against and a 924 save percentage as well. Those have gone down here the last 9 games or so. But overall in the season, very good. We're going to go to the national anthem, so let's take a listen in now. But it looked more like the shoulder out just by the way it bounced. Franti, Miko, Carballo, your power play men right now. Out there along with Crossman and Heinz. Zach Heinz, very skilled, can run the point on a power play. Even as a forward, Crossman and Miko, quick back and forth. At the left circle, Miko fires and scores! Peter Miko off the far post, and the Czech sniper is at it again, number 2 in the contest. Power play goal, it has been clicking here recently. That's the thing Odessa has been needing, is a couple power play goals, and so far 1 for 1 on the Peter Miko snipe to give the Jacks that 2-1 lead. A beautiful goal, not much of a lane. I didn't know if he was going to get it past the guy in front, the first line of defense. But Peter Miko proving me wrong up here in the booth, as he is able to beat Jackson Castor through a traffic, and Castor screened by his own man because of it. And a great goal for Miko on the power play. Usually you take it because it gives you enough time to open up a lane and take a shot like that, and Peter Miko showing why he has 18 goals on the season. Number 2 on the night for Peter Miko, as the Jacks now lead 2-1. With 6:32 remaining in the second. Don't know who the assist will go to. I believe James Crossman was on one, as he had the little back and forth between Miko and himself. Don't know who the secondary will be given to. Possibly Peyton Franny, who won the draw, as I believe that's who it should be. Here off the faceoff, it'll be Shreveport looking to tie this game up. Jacks can't clear it out. Left circle shot by Civics gets blocked. And good play aside by Poindexter, as he just gets it out from in front of the net. And it will actually be Peyton Franny on the assist, as that's towards the net, and Alex Camara able to glove that one as well. Miko, goal number 18. Let's see, James Crossman with that assist. Comes up with assist number 25 on the year, point number 32. And then Peyton Franny with assist number 33. The only guy he trails in terms of assists is his line mate, Ricky Carballo. In the offensive zone here for Shreveport, as Peter Miko through 2 periods has himself 2 goals. Of course, no Jackalope with a hat trick yet this season. When we got it last year, actually, the Jacks went all season without it until the final weekend, when Chase Thudium did it one day, Zach did it the very next day, and it was the very final weekend of the season. So we'll see if Miko can start it off here tonight for Odessa. In the corner, Quisenberry turns. Intercepted by Miko to the far side, a little bit too far for Crossman and McKeeby. Picked up by James. He will dump it back in as Quisenberry is spun around. Procopio to the near side for Ryan Burnett. Crossman playing it off the far half wall. Will stop it off the glass, picked up by Johnson. Back to Johansson across for Nilsson, and he's going to go rink wide, but intercepted. And then good job tying up Cam Cook. Alex Camara now to play it for Johansson very aggressively on that last one. Johansson breaks in, leaves it for Miko. Looking for number 3. His shot goes off of Skolnick before he gets laid out, and it's going to be a penalty here. Sam Heidemann blowing the whistle. Eric Nilsson is trying to get after the Mudbug who hit Miko. And they're going to call a cheap shot here on, I believe that's Ryan Burnett. Nope, Cam Cook, who we've seen play pretty physical here tonight. And Cam Cook is being sent to the box. Anderson and Fedoric are allowed back out. Jackalopes were down to 4 defensemen. Anderson is on one of those power plays in the past, and that's why he wasn't on that last one. But here the penalty on Shreveport heading to the second power play of the night. Could have been a dangerous hit there on Cam Cook, or from Cam Cook on Peter Miko. Luckily, just sideswiped him a little bit. So we're going to have another offensive draw here for the Jacks on the right side. Blake Bride out there along with Matt Brown, and the scoreboard has lost power second time tonight, so they're trying to figure this out. I think it's a faulty wiring there in the wall. Andrew Hendricks is our PA announcer here in the rink. He's going to go back, try to fix it, get all the power back on. We can't really start the play until that happens. We've seen it happen before. They've done crazy things. You put the time up on a phone. You do all those sort of things. Nobody really knows what the time is. You kind of tell the officials every stoppage what it's at and let the officials sort of run it down. They have gotten the power back on now as Hendricks trying to keep that one in there. Jackalopes, of course, leading 2-1 in this contest. In the first period, it was Matt Weber, his first career NHL goal for the Shreveport Mudbugs, the 2000 from Coraopolis, Pennsylvania. And only his third game in the null for Shreveport. Gives the Mudbugs the lead. Jacks fight back. Good opportunities for Odessa right after the media timeout. Finished off by the connection of Victor Johansson and Peter Miko. Miko the goal in the first one, and then this last time on the power play, Peter Miko, number 2 on the night. Johansson, slap shot, gets blocked right in front. He almost fell down. Mudbugs get to it, and Holmers able to push this back down. Herman behind his own cage. Fedulov right there with him will cut back a little. Herman waits for Samoza and Johansson, and we'll find Victor along the right wall. Victor plays it past Holmers, a little bit too far for Bride, still looking to fight it back. And instead, Shreveport with the dump again. Holmers here on the aggressive forecheck. Camara will leave it for Herman, who has an edge. Plays it ahead and wants to use his speed a little bit more. Poked away by Holmers, and at the red line, dumping it back down behind the cage. Stopped by Camara, playing it to the far side for Johansson. Victor tries to sweep that one back down. Ryan Burnett then grabbing the stick of Blake Bride as he was going for the puck initially. 4 Jackalopes in the corner, and they can't quite get it out as Bride now pulls it away, finding Samoza. A minute has expired here in the Kenner Printing power play. Brown to the right wall. At the right circle, has it poked away by Skolnick. Bride plays it back in. Herman looking for the pinch. He knows Shreveport is there and just able to get it beyond Herman. In the air, Herman stops it at the blue line. He cuts on in. Right circle on the forehand, knocked down on a good hit there by Skolnick. As Herman was looking to pass it along, just didn't have the lane. And Camara leaving this one for Heinz. Heinz, the lone man left there, as he just made the change. Coming on out, will break it. And to the right side, finding Carballo. Carballo down to the right circle. Fires, that one blocked. Rebound, Crossman, one-timer into the chest of Jackson Castor, who was able to make that save. But James Crossman sees that one, and we've seen Crossman unleash some Hellraisers here on the season. That one just buries it in the chest of Jackson Castor. I think he has even a little bit more on it. Has to release just a little bit more. Let it fly here on Castor. Heinz leaving it back to Crossman again. His shot blocked by Matt Weber. Miko fights it away. Back to Crossman again. His shot. Castor able to glove that one as Ricky Carballo trying to poke it out of the air. redirect it past. He was met by Jensen. And I think if the Jacks looked a little bit more, they had Peyton Franny on the right circle all by himself as Shreveport brought all 4 of their guys into the little box on the left side. So the Jacks making a minor change here. Herman on for Heinz, gives them 2 defensemen back out here with 16 seconds left in the Kenner Printing power play. And what that does is if Shreveport wins towards the end of the power play, Cam Cook comes back, and you have 2 defensemen who are going to be good out here. Fedulov pushes it past Crossman into the corner. Jacob Holmers has it poked away by Herman, but able to collect his own. Back in near the net. That one misses wide. Nikolai Jensen playing it back to the corner for Fedulov. Jackalopes 1 for 2 on the man advantage now after this last one. Man in front. That one misses Civics as he was alone on the back door. Procopio shot tipped up and wide by Holmers. Janich behind the cage. He's met again. Jackalopes need to do a little bit of a better job. Again, just tying up the guy. Don't just stand there and wait to poke it away. Get the stick. Take the stick off the ice. Don't allow him to get it down. You have the advantage at that point. Back into the corner, bouncing onto the stick of Civics. He tries to spin and fire. That one misses wide. Picked up by Matt Weber. 2 affiliated players here for Shreveport. At center ice, a couple of sticks fall and break, both for the Jackalopes, as Herman doesn't have a broken stick on the ice. Shot there, saved by Camara. And in the blue paint, Camara jumping on top. The light is on, and they're going to call it a goal. Alex Camara laying on top of that one. And the Mudbugs able to tie that one. It looked like it was at the red line. The light went on, and they must have had a better angle than we did, as I believe that is Matt Weber with his second of the game now. And from up here, we can see now the puck is, in fact, in the back of the net. A couple of shots and just sloppy play there led to the Mudbugs' goal as they have tied this one up at 2 with 2:17 remaining in the second period. And it was right after the power play expired, about a minute later, the Jackalopes were playing on their heels for that entire minute that allowed Shreveport to really move on in. Far side, Weber and Anderson meet up. Dumped in by Shreveport. Settled here by Fedoruk. Off the far boards, looking for Johnson at the blue line. Bounces on out. Johnson picks it up and has Bride on his right. Instead will dump this in. Avoids a little hip check there. And then Bride all the way back at the end line meets up with Asplund. Still fighting Asplund. Pulls it away for Van Sweden. And the Jacks just couldn't get it out. Again, Herman without a stick, as that's a clear offside here. Brendan Van Sweden was well beyond the blue line. And that one goes up into the air. Camara makes the first save on a tough angle, but it bounces off his back, sort of goes right at the end line. He jumps on top of it, gets whacked in the head actually by Matt Weber, but Weber able to get the puck across the end line first. 1:44 left in the second period. Hard-fought game here, 2-2 right now, after Weber and Miko, both with 2 goals for their respective teams. Miko will get to the puck. He dumps this one in, stopped by Castor, leaving it behind here for Skolnick. Skolnick for Burnett along the left wall. Shielded away. Fedoruk up ahead off of the stick of Heinz. Jackalopes changing out some of their lines as well. Don't know if there's an injury or something for Odessa, trying to eye who's on the bench, but we've seen a little bit of changes. Could just be the coaches wanting a little bit more production. Skolnick for Jensen on his own right circle as we approach a minute remaining in the period. Across the blue line, almost thrown to his own bench was Quisenberry. And it'll be Anderson who had that last hit, now with the puck. Anderson to the far side. Heinz has it bounce off his tape. D to D for Shreveport. Wood to Jensen, both very young guys here. Burnett across the blue line. Surveys in front for Quisenberry. Missed as we were at 45 seconds now left in the period. Fedoruk will lead the rush here. Along the right side has Wood to beat. He can. Spins, fires, stopped by Castor. As Nash Wood just grabbing onto the stick of Connor Fedoruk. Procopio picks it up high off the glass, bouncing over Fedoruk down the ice. Camara will leave it. Crossman is there first, and it's going to be an icing on the Mudbugs. Jake Transit trying to come on for Ryan Burnett. Couldn't quite make it in time. 26.13 seconds remaining. Fedoruk was on the right point, tried jumping for it, and it got just over his glove. And then it was a slow one down the ice, but everybody too late to get there in time. Franti with Samoza on his left, Carballo on his right. As they're talking about what they want to do here on the strategy, it's going to be won by the Mudbugs. Procopio can't clear it out. Kicked in by Carballo. 20 seconds left. Wood leaving it behind. Turnover. Carballo in front. Shoots. Saved by Castor. As I think it was a little block there by Procopio as well. Franti tying up with Procopio. He still can't clear. Crossman at the blue line takes a shot that gets blocked. 5 seconds left. Ricky turns, fires. Castor the save as that one almost escaped. Another tough angle. Just passes Somoza as Ricky Carballo throws one in front, and that was almost a goal that we saw Alex Camara give up a couple weeks ago against Topeka. Shielding off the near side post, throws it off the far leg, and it bounced off a Castor and almost in. Just didn't quite have the angle on the bounce. Jackalopes close to taking that 3-2 lead here with only a couple of seconds left. They did hold the lead in this period as Peter Miko on the first power play of the night for either team comes up with the big goal, puts the Jackalopes ahead 2-1, but Matt Weber retaliates with his second of the night, his first and second career NAHL goals coming in this contest as he ties the game at 2 for the Mudbugs. That'll do it here for the second period. We're going to head off to a break. When we come back, we'll have the second intermission report here on Classic Rock 102.